Hey, I'm Brian Delaney. I'm the founder and CEO of the Delaney Agency. I started the Delaney Agency back in May of 2011 for a couple of simple reasons. The solutions that I was looking for inside of work, I was told that they were there, but I couldn't seem to find them. The more I would do the work, the more promotions I would get, the more money I would get paid, but the further out my dreams were and the further out my priorities outside of work became. It seemed like the more I became the hero at work, the more I was the zero at home. So I started this company to find the balance of time and money. I wanted to figure out how I could succeed at work without failing at home, or how I could succeed at home without failing at work. I wanted to be in a place where I was making great money, but that money wasn't costing me so much that in the long term it wasn't worth it. That had to start for me first before I could give that gift generously to other people. When my mentor introduced me to the Symmetry Financial Group system, I saw a couple of things. The first thing, they didn't want anything from me. They just wanted something for me. They wanted for me to find what I was looking for here. They wanted help in growing their company by helping me to grow my own. As I started to grow the agency, I started from the bottom up, just like the founders of Symmetry did. I started running leads, protecting families, and that's how I got introduced to the importance of what we did. It looked like a great financial opportunity, but I had no idea of the impact that we could have in this business that gets so easily overlooked by so many, including myself. And as I sat down with these families, what I realized, while wealth was generational, poverty was too. And if we can step in the middle of that and stop that momentum, what we have an opportunity to do is to give people choice about how they want their future to look like for their family, whether they're there or not. As I sat down with more families, I realized one simple thing, that most people who were doing this business weren't receiving the training necessary to become a highly skilled protector of families, a highly skilled advocate for people. That a lot of times they were just being thrown up against the wall to see who sticks without any leadership, coaching, or vision that was going to support their long-term goals. I knew if that wouldn't work for me, that would work for you. And so we had to change that. What we did was we understood there are two elements when it comes to success. One, deeper levels of commitment. Two, higher levels of skill. We understand that people commit not where they're tolerated, but where they're celebrated, where they can see how to get their long-term actions, where their values align with the organization that they're a part of, and where the long-term vision isn't against each other, where the company's long-term vision and their long-term vision aren't fighting, but rowing together in the same boat in the same direction. And that's exactly what the Delaney Agency is. It's an opportunity for not only licensed agents, but unlicensed agents to find and make a career in a multi-trillion-dollar industry with a system that is built to help you get free from trading time and money, and that allows people like you and me to find success that's otherwise withheld to the highest echelons of society and the industry. They made success available, accessible for someone like me based on effort, result, and character. And those same standards that I had, that same opportunity that I had, you don't get that today. You get the next level version because of how many people have gone through the system, learned from each other's mistakes, used hindsight as foresight in planning the next steps, and continuing to evolve this industry that is making more millionaires than any other industry in the world right now. So what are you looking for? Are you looking for time? More time with your family, more time to do the important things, more time to really be able to enjoy the life that you're learning how to afford. Do you want money? Do you want to earn a next level income? About everybody I've talked to desires to make more money, but they can't find it in the places that they're looking. And so sometimes the thing we're looking for might be at our feet, but we're overlooking it because of some prejudices, some ideas that, well, if I'm going to look, I'm not going to look there. Why wouldn't we look in the financial service industry where 93 cents out of every dollar in the US economy flows? We have an extraordinary opportunity not only to add value to the customers we serve, but to be able to add value to other people who are looking for a lot of the same things that we are. And that's what we do. We give clarity, direction, and support to those people who are willing to be motivated and disciplined in order to create not only a book of business, but grow a real business that allows for massive success as well as massive succession. We're able to pass this business down to our families. And so this isn't just a success play, this is a legacy play. So many people want to build a legacy, but they're afraid to do the legwork. We do that legwork here so that you can maximize your income, maximize your impact, and grow something that not only you can be proud of, but your family can depend on. And that's why I'm so excited to be in this business. As much as I used to get excited about protecting families, today it is watching people follow the 2 to 3 year pathway that Symmetry Financial Group, and therefore the Delaney Agency, has laid out for people, so that at the end of that 2 to 3 years, they're making a couple $100,000, they're financially free, and they're able to make decisions based on experiences rather than expenses. That's the vision for our company. That vision has already come true for so many more, and we're excited to see who's next. One of the things that I knew that I needed because of where I was in my life, see, my mentor had a degree from Yale. I had my GED, right? I needed a way to start in a place that wasn't going to require multiple thousands of dollars to get started. A college degree, many years in school. See, I was a single income earner for a family of 4, and what we needed, we didn't need later, we needed it now. And so for me, as simple as a license and a set of leads was all it cost to get started. And I thank God that it was that easy. It was that easy. It was that simple. And the other thing is, it was that quick. And that's the important piece. It's to know that if we have an easy entry, do we have the ability to grow within the company? Now we're talking about something that I get very excited about, because I hate office politics. I hate having to kiss ass in order to advance. It doesn't work for me. That's where our growth framework comes in. It's about results and how you get them, not who you know, how well you know them, how many times you complimented their shirt, if you've gone to all the right office parties. No more office politics, only results, which allowed me to start part-time in my first year and make $75,000 on a part-time basis in my first year. On average, I worked about 30 to 35 hours a week. Can you do that? I don't know, but I could, and so many others have. And that's what I get excited about. In my second year, I went full-time. I was able to raise my income up to $130,000. Within 5 years, what I was going after in my first year, I made in a month. That's not because of what I did. That's because I stopped following my own success system and started following the Symmetry success system, which we give to every agent who goes into the Delaney Agency. When people look at our company for the first time, we often hear some of the same old questions that they would be asking in any environment, especially where your income is based on the results you get with the people you get those results with. The first question, is it easy? And I'll tell you that this business is very easy when you're good at it and very difficult when you're not good at it. So we equip and empower you with the tools, the knowledge, and the understanding to get to the next level and make this easy for you. But I don't really think you're here for easy. I certainly wasn't. Most of our top leaders weren't. They were here for worth it. They were here to do the things that were necessary to become financially free. If it was so easy, wouldn't everybody be free? Most people are missing the guidance and the will. We provide the guidance, you bring the will. We provide the direction, you bring the work. We provide the compass. Your willingness to go on the journey matters. We'll go with you, but we can't go instead of you. And that's one of the things that I love, because it was an opportunity to earn and grow a business. It was an opportunity to grow as a leader. It was an opportunity to impact others. But for all the people who said they would, it turns out the only people who get rewarded here are those that do. And so if you're a doer, this is a place where you can come and win at the levels you've been waiting for. And we're so excited to lock arms with the right people, because we know that as we continue to grow this system, this company better, that the greatest person who has ever been with our company hasn't showed up yet. There's someone who's watching this video right now thinking to themselves, can I do this? Do other people do it? Are they willing to help? What happens if it doesn't work? What happens if it does? And I think those people who have that level and they take a chance on themselves, they push all their chips across the table and they decide not to commit to the Delaney Agency, but they make a commitment to themselves and their family and their future because they're worth it. Those are the people who win and win big here because it doesn't matter how hard the trek is. They're willing to do it because their why and their purpose and the fire inside them is so big. We help you by making that path clear and giving you some company along the way, just like we had to make our first venture to the top. You might be like I was when I first heard about Symmetry. You might be in a position where you have something good going on. Most successful people do. You very rarely find a successful person who's just sitting on their hands waiting for the next right thing to happen. You'll find them engaged in work even though they may not see how it helps them accomplish their vision, but they're looking for something bigger. And that's precisely where I was, and if I had to guess, probably where you are too. But it's hard to go into something unknown from something that's known. Even if what we know isn't beneficial, it's still known, so it's more comfortable. Well, I think that you've had enough comfort if you're anything like me. I know I did. I had enough of comfort. I wanted growth. I wanted opportunity. I wanted freedom. So in order to do those things, we may have to do some things different. We may have to step into unfamiliar territory, and that's okay. What's not good is being lost. The difference in the two is if you're in an unfamiliar territory, it's good to have a guide by your side. That's why we have our head of sales. That's why we have a full staff of people who are here to support and guide you in your success journey. In your first 90 days, there's going to be doubts, there's going to be frustrations, there's going to be all those things. And all those things are nothing more than the learning process. And if you're willing to learn and you're willing to grow, you can get more. I was in a position where I was able to start this in my late 20s. I've seen people in their late 60s, their late teens. I've seen people who were 18, 19 start this. I've seen people who were in their 70s do this. And those people, no matter what their age or background, who do the work in the first 90 days, never regret it. And they look back and said, if I knew it could be this good, I would have done 10 times more. What are you prepared to do to get unstuck from the rut? What are you prepared to do to create something new in your life? And what are you prepared to do to come win on a team that's not only going to help you get what you want, but it's going to help you impact other people in a positive way? Before you take the next step, there's a couple of things that I want you to know, a couple of things that will really help you make the most out of it and help you to make the right decision. Most successful people understand that it's not about making the right decision. It's about making their decisions right, which means supporting their decisions with activity, supporting their decisions with discipline, and putting people around themselves who are growing and growing big. We are in a process where we're not wondering how to win. We know how to win. We just don't know who we're going to win with next. And we're really excited to meet those people who have not only achieved massive success in their past, but the people who are set up to finally achieve that massive success in their future. Those people who are not only ready to unlock the door to success that's outside of them, but unlock the door to the potential that's inside of them. We have the blueprint, but we can't build it for you. It's time to strap on your bags and start driving nails. The next step for you is going to be the group interview. There, you're going to meet one of our top coaches who is going to be holding this interview as well as building their own agency. So join us on that group interview. Show up, have your camera on, be ready for it, because we're looking for the next winner for our team.